Hi everybody, welcome to the 12th and final part of our introduction to improvisation. This is my absolute favorite step of learning to improvise, and it's called Anything Can Happen. Let's go ahead and review the tonic and dominant structure for major duple, and then we'll get started. That structure sounds like this. Tonic, dominant, tonic, dominant, tonic, dominant, tonic, dominant, tonic. So up until now, I have given you some very specific notes that you can play when the structure is tonic, and some very specific notes you can play when that structure is dominant. And a good musician is thinking about those all the time when they're improvising. But the best musicians don't play only tonic and dominant notes. Instead, they play any note they want, but it still has to sound good. So today, when you are improvising on top of that tonic and dominant structure, you can play any notes you want whenever you want to play them, as long as they sound good. And it takes a lot of practice and a lot of experimentation to learn what notes are going to sound good and when you can play them. I'll give you an example though to get started. Let's take the very first tonic of major duple. I'm going to play on that the first 5 notes of my B flat scale. Do, re, mi, fa, so. And even though that re and fa don't really fit in with a tonic pattern, they can still sound good as long as the listener can still tell that it's mostly tonic. And since we have those other do, mi, and so in there, it still sounds pretty good. So I'm going to do an improvisation on the tonic and dominant structure of major duple. And I'm going to start with that do, re, mi, fa, so at the beginning. And I'm just going to see what happens after that. I'm constantly thinking about that tonic and dominant structure, but I'm not going to follow it 100% of the time. Listen close. So hopefully you can hear in that I'm loosely following that tonic and dominant structure, but at times when I think it would sound cool, I'm putting in some extra notes, maybe some ones that don't belong, some in-between notes, things like that. So give that a shot. Take a moment if you need to. You can pause the video and think about what you're going to play. And you can play anything you want. And if you're not sure how to get started, start with that first 5 notes of your B flat scale. When you're ready though, I'll show you the tonic and dominant as they go by to keep you on track. Here we go. Instruments up. 1, 2, ready, go. And that's definitely one that you're going to want to try a few times, maybe even come back to tomorrow and the day after until you can play it really, really well. And once you can do that, then you're really truly improvising the way that a professional musician would do it. And that's truly an accomplishment. Very few people who start learning to improvise make it to this far. And if you have, you should be really proud of yourself, because you're building a skill that is missing in a lot of even professional musicians' lives. If you like this video series, check out our other videos. You feel free to like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.